Are you using any scent cover like that you rub on the bottom of your boots or anything like any kind of cover scent?
Nope. It's because I'm in and out of the boat.
Yeah, doesn't
I'm
matter.
crawling up the swamp ledge. Yeah. I mean, because once I get the boat I basically just run it aground as hard as I can.
Yep.
And then I'm in the mud.
Yeah.
So I think that's enough.
Natural.
If there's anything on me, it's getting off in that mud.
Right. Yeah. So you got in, you got set up, you shot him at 540. And you're hunting out of a saddle.
Yep.
So did that hunting out of that saddle make it a little bit easier for you as far as taking that weak shot?
That's the only way I could have made that shot.
The way
if I was in a traditional hang on or even a climber, facing the direction I was in the wind, there's no way I could have made an offside, to my right shot.
Right.
Because he was probably, if you're looking at a dial, he was at 4:35 o'clock. So I was cranked all the way over, kneeled down, had my knee smashed against the tree for that third point of balance, and I just let it rip, man.
Wow. Man, so everything kind of worked out perfect then for that. As far as one, time of day was great. You got it done early. Two, you had a good wind. Your access, you said you walked about 200 yards into the woods.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously getting to that point, you took a boat in. So I think that makes one of the biggest things. Like we always talk about how hard it is to hunt Eastern North Carolina, and because of the pressure, right?
Yep.
And because of the dogs that are run. So the deer seem to, and which is, 365 dogs are run year round around.
Oh yeah.
Here.
They do trials,
trials, training, all the different stuff they've got. So these deer are always on high alert. So one of the things we notice with the guys that are ultimately successful on good deer is they're off the beaten path. And that requires a lot of effort on their end and your end in order to get there and figure out how to get there. Cause you can't just walk deep in the woods and expect to kill a deer. Cause that ain't going to work. Maybe, but not as likely. But the strategy that goes in behind it and getting where you need to get without disrupting the natural way things work in the woods, right?
Yeah. So, Joe Long,
yes.
Dude, he is a phenomenal source of information.
Joe Long is the man. There is not, I think, a more well-versed individual that we have access to.
Yeah. Well, when he said, we were all together, and he said, you're never going to beat a deer's nose. Make sure, no matter what you do, always have that wind 100% in your face. And I would skirt the wind a little bit in years past and call it luck, I guess, because I've been pretty successful, I guess. But then I was like, man, keep the wind in my face. I've got the boat. I can get in anywhere.
Right.
So let's make sure I keep it in my face. Boom. And then it just, even though that deer crossed my scent, it still worked out in my favor. So, that it just resonated with me. Just, okay, I can put the boat anywhere. I'm just going to literally, like I said, run it as fast as I can onto the shore.
Right.
And then park it.
Hopefully the tide doesn't come in and take it away.
So where I'm at, it's just the wind.
Okay.
Like last night when I came out, I cut through the creeks and everything. The dock that I put in at it was underwater because the wind had picked up so high.
Yeah. So, is your primary source for getting the woods out of that boat?
It is. It's a game changer.
Is it really?
Yeah, it is. It's kind of a pain.
Right.
And initially, so the day I shot that buck, I call him Cheeto because I got him. He's got like a Cheeto looking one of his antlers, one of his tines are. I was like, screw it, I'm leaving. It's raining. Loaded the boat, got everything, got in the truck. Went back in the garage, changed into my camouflage because I didn't have any scent on me. Got in the truck, had to go back home because I forgot my gas can because I take the gas can out of the boat. So I'm like, dang it. So now it's like ruining everything, right? I get to the ramp and it's been storming, so the water's so high.
Right.
I could have literally backed up to the ledge, not even in the ramp, and put my boat in the water.
Really?
Yeah. And it was windy, and I was like, all right, let's get out there. Let's just get it set up.
Is it sketchy in that little thing?
It depends.
Yeah.
If there's two people and like the guy in the front is moving a lot, then yes. Because then I have to counterbalance it. Because, it's a 1448, so it's only 48 inches wide at the top.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah. But so I decked out the front to keep the weight because I got 12 horse on the back because I like to go fast. Well, before I had it all weighted out, I almost flooded it because when I hit the gas, it stood up so high, water was coming over the back. So I have to weight it out and balance it.
Oh, wow.
But once I put the battery in there and all the lights and I put the deck storage in the front and all that, it makes it a lot better.
Yeah, I mean, you did a good job. I mean, I followed the entire like documentary on this thing. You know, I mean,
two guys and a deer in that thing is a little sketchy when you get into the open-ish water of the river. So Sunday, I took my buddy out, and he killed on Sunday, the day after opening day, and we had the boat because I put him in a great spot that no one else can get to on a field edge. He killed that day. I mean, it was still sunlight out. So.
Are you using any mapping tools prior to, like, whenever you're looking at, you're like, okay, these are potential points of interest. Are you mapping them out prior to that? Or are you like, I just have old intel that I'm utilizing and I'm just going off that from previous hunts?
No, I do Onyx and Google Maps a ton.
Do you?
Because Onyx, the weather for me has not been updated correctly for some reason. So I'll have to use the weather app to look for the wind, and then I move my Onyx around to make sure it's pointed the right direction. And then I use Google Maps because, things change.
Right.
Especially sandbars around here with the boat.
Oh, I see. I didn't even think about that. The water portion of getting there. So my good buddy, Justin Morris, Justin.
Yeah.
He's does a lot of fishing, right? And I'm not a fisherman, but we went out on his boat a couple times, and I'll never own a boat. Ever.
Not even a John boat?
Dude, there's always an issue with it. But, that's why I got friends with boats.
There you go.
Take them out. My son loves fishing. But, we're out there navigating the water, and there's just a lot of things that I didn't even account for being in the water. One, other boaters, right? It's chaotic. And then the soundbar, the tides and stuff like that. I guess obviously if you're a fisherman, you're in the water a lot, you account for that. But someone who's not in the water a lot, never even considered it. Cause he's like, man, we'll be out here rolling and you'll see dudes who've just got a boat, and dude, they'll hit these sandbars, hauling, and that comes
stuck.
And that comes to, they got to wait it out.
Yep.
So yeah, I didn't even think about that aspect with the hunting side. So you're considering the water on top of,
So when I shot the big buck, calling everybody, you don't answer. So I called my one friend, and he's like, how are you going to be all right? That's a huge deer.
Yeah.
Cause I was solo.
Floated out.
Well, when so I didn't call him back. So he's like texting me, and I'm elbow deep in this deer cleaning it. And he's like, bro, are you okay? I don't know if you made it out because it was storming. And so he called my
Gator
wife.
Got you.
Well, he called my wife to make sure. He's like, have you heard from him? I don't know if he's made it. Do I have to go to the boat dock and check this out or what? So
do you have good service where you're at with your phone?
It depends.
Okay. So, one of the things that I got this year too, that I think is important to have, especially for someone like you who's in the water too, is the Garmin InReach. Have you looked at it? So It's a satellite communicator. So you can receive and send messages from anywhere.
Really?
Yeah, dude, it's a good investment, man. For someone like you, tips the boat.
Is there a monthly plan?
It is. It's like $11.
How am I going to text somebody if I drowned?
Well, I'm just saying prior to that, you can drop pins and it's easier to get in contact with someone. Yeah, if you drown, you drowned, whatever. Yeah. It is what it is. I mean, at least I would just hope you would update someone prior to. But I mean, I was looking at it too, because, we got a lot of buddies that go out west and stuff like that, and who's truly off grid. And a lot of places I hunt, even locally, I mean, I don't get I have no service. It's a good form of communication. If you're going to be out later, like you shoot something, you're not going to be back normal time. It's an easy way to communicate.
Yeah.
So it's a good investment too, man.
Peace of mind.
Yeah. Peace of mind. They're not cheap, but
well, there you go.
What is?